I'm Dewar, VP of Client Services and Regulatory Affairs at GHY International. Many listeners will have heard Rick Reese, the CEO of GHY International, provide a background macro to trade disruption and the upsetting of the balance of trade. My message is about sharing the micro impacts. What does this uncertainty mean to business? My business. What are other companies doing? Who can provide support? What best practices exist? Canada has announced a dollar-for-dollar tariff retaliation slated to be effective on July 1st, 2018 that could impact up to $16.6 billion of U.S. imports. Canada's retaliation goes well beyond that of steel and aluminum products. So questions that would be asked are, what are the best practices that have occurred since the announcement of those retaliatory tariffs? Importers have been actively evaluating the products they import to determine if the goods that they import are subject to or may be subject to surtaxes of up to 25%. Our job has involved collaboration to determine if those imports could be reclassified in a way that wouldn't attract surtax. Other questions coming from supply chain management professionals include, what are the tariff codes that are covered by the Canadian and the U.S. tariff? What is the exception process with the Canadian government? How do the tariffs apply, and is there a type of duty drawback process should the raw material get imported from the United States, processed, and then exported back into the United States? What advice can you give to suppliers of raw material and processed metal components to minimize any of that duty that's paid? Has the Canadian government given any indication to the exceptions they're going to allow? There's no single answer. Every business has a different story, but in the world of global trade, all are impacted. We at GHY have that right blend of human and technological tools to provide insight to good and solid business decision. Our job is to collaborate, providing you and your business with certainty. Changes are happening on the fly, and we're here to help.